Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Dan in the booth. Say hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Dan will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are continuing to explore the historic format today with all of the tournaments going on recently, really being historic both last weekend and this weekend.
Yep.
Behooves us to take a deep dive into the format, and that's what today's show is going to be about.
Yeah.
Tuesday, we brought you sort of the top tier of deck list. Now we're going to bring you the second tier decks that can compete but haven't been as consistently successful as the real top decks in the metagame.
Yeah, or had some really niche roles, that like really were great against certain decks, but those kind of decks, I'm kind of thinking about 9 Lives mainly. Those kind of decks that are really strong against one particular thing usually aren't good enough to be a great deck in the format, because unless the format is just all 2 or 3 decks like those usually just be like, you realize, oh, I can't beat either of these aggro decks in the format at all, and you just have to play something else.
Yeah, when you've got a glass cannon, you got to pick your spots.
Yeah, and you gotta pick it correctly, for sure. You gotta nail those weekends.
Yeah, that cannon only fires once.
Yes, exactly. Go ahead.
I'm going to be starting with a Simic aggro deck. This is of the vein of Golgari or mono green aggro, mana creatures, powerful 3-drops like Lovestruck Beast. But this version of the deck is playing a little bit more of a disruptive game with Brazen Borrower and some counter spells.
Okay.
And I like that aspect of it, unsurprisingly. Brazen Borrower also goes nicely with Heart of Kirin, which is also in the deck.
Yeah, that's pretty spicy.
Yeah. So, just a little bit of interaction there to help you out, along with that really powerful core of just mana acceleration, really efficient green creatures on the Great Henge.
I like it. I've always loved the just big creatures with negate plan. Whenever it works, it feels like your deck is unbeatable. And whenever you just draw too many negates or something, then it always feels a little bit rough. But that kind of effect is going to be good against me, because I'm playing a deck Martin Juza was really high on quite a bit, quite a while ago. Before the new wave of Paradox Engine decks came out, this was basically the first one. And it's colorless ramp, and it's just topping off at like Metalwork Colossus, still have Paradox Engine and Mystic Forge as your combo, and then like Karn to go get other combo pieces as well. It's a really cool take. I wanted to play one more Paradox Engine deck because that is kind of the hotness of this week, and something that I expect moving forward into the qualifiers, into the SCG Kaldheim Championship qualifier this weekend. Maybe not in this flavor, but you'll definitely have to be prepared against that card.
Yeah. And there are some nice things going on here. You mentioned Mystic Forge, and that really is the key card. And it's very nice to have a card like Mystic Forge that is awesome by itself. It would be a card you would want in the deck regardless.
Yeah.
But also has great synergy with Paradox Engine.
Yeah, also just wins the game with Paradox Engine most of the time.
I love it when you have synergies between cards that are also good standalones.
Yep.
Because that means that you're not going to lose very much if you don't assemble the synergies. Your opponent breaks them up with an Abrade or something like that. You're not going to be left with a piece of cardboard that has no text on it. You're going to be left with something powerful, something that can help you still scrape together a win.
Yeah, and if we need cardboard that doesn't have too much text, we have tokens over here, so, no problem there. So we really got it all thanks to Dan,
Starting early today.
I'm starting to... Hey, I didn't say this is a historic show. Yet. All right, so you won. You were the tier 1 historic king for this one, so I'll try to beat you with the jank. Usually it goes the other way around, though, so I'm in trouble.
So I sort of feel like I broke serve.
Yeah, I'm in trouble. Ooh, but yeah, how can you possibly win with this hand? I'll try it.
This hand started out really well and then didn't have any more lands.
Ooh.
This Gilded Goose were a Llanowar Elves. I could try to keep this, and it would just be risky.
There's Gilded Goose in that deck?
Yeah, you just need the acceleration in the
Yeah, that's fair.
We don't have the luxury like we do in Pioneer of having Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic.
Yeah, that's the dream. All right, so Dan, we'll take some question before we do. I mean, we got a lot of the new set.
Yeah.
New set Kaldheim qualifiers are coming out, so this should be an exciting day.
Yeah, so we're still in the middle of Kaldheim Metal Week.
Yeah.
That'll never get old for me.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's talk about one of the cards that was previewed yesterday.
Okay.
Let's talk about Realm Walker. So
Okay.
Realm Walker is a 2/3 shapeshifter for 2 and a green. All shapeshifters in this case will have changeling, so they're every creature type.
Dan loves tribal, so he's just been dying.
I
to
just
ask
love
this
allies.
question. Yeah.
Allies are just so underrated. Everyone should play allies. All right, so as Realm Walker enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Allies. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells of the chosen type from the top of your library.
A changeling ally for a changeling, helper for any tribe. That seems interesting.
Yeah, though I think it's pretty clear that there's one tribe that's going to be named to this card a lot more than any other.
Allies, of course, right?
It's not allies, unfortunately, Dan. I believe it's elves.
Elves, yeah, I did see an elf lord. So
Stop hurting my feelings.
I mean, when you have Heritage Druid and Nettle Sentinel, this card goes pretty well with that.
Yeah,
you just get to keep going off the top over and over again.
It's a 3-drop, so this
you're
also
thinking
gets
way back
picked up by
into
Collected
elves, huh?
Company.
Yeah, I mean, you literally, if you just have 1-drop elves onto the top of your deck, you just get to keep going. Unfortunately, there's no Elvish Recruiter to stack your library.
That's true. That's true.
Yet.
But yeah. No, that will be good in elves, huh?
Yeah, and I guess Goblin Recruiter is still banned in Legacy, isn't it? Even though it's probably not very good.
No clue. I cast my brainstorms on turn 1, so I don't know a lot about Legacy.
That was also a card that got banned well before you ever played a game of Legacy. It got banned in 2006.
Fair enough. Yeah.
There was you played it with Food Chain.
Yeah.
And you play Goblin Recruiters, just a colors red 1/1. Search your library for as many goblins as you want and put them on top in any order. You just got to stack your library with goblins, and then you would exile that for 3 mana. Have some other goblin in play to get to 4 mana and play a ringleader. Then you would stack 3 goblins ringleader, then 3 goblins ringleader, 3 goblins ringleader, play all of them, and you attack for like 200-300 damage. Based on all the goblins.
Fun.
But if there was something like that with elves, that would be nice. But it still seems to me like more of an elves card than any other tribe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering for like standard or historic applications, and it seems like it's just not going to be enough power. The 2/3 aspect doesn't make it so it like slants into an aggressive deck that well. So it does seem like it's going to have to go in, but I mean, there is just elves being spoiled as well in this set, so you never know. That's a card that could get better if we get more tribes and stuff.
I have noticed that WotC has had a tendency to put small tribal themes into a lot of different sets, and you end up with a standard environment where it's really hard to take creatures from each set and put them into a deck because they all have these tribal themes. We had knights, we've had a bunch of them over the last couple of years, and it actually kind of annoys me. Because it means that my aggro decks can't just play all the best creatures, because invariably some of them have some sort of tribal theme in order to take advantage of them.
You know what does excite me about this card, though, is just changelings in general with party. The party mechanic really hasn't seen play at all, but changelings will help that a lot.
And I think we noted during that preview season that the party mechanic is the kind of thing that's going to get better as we get through. I think we're looking forward to the sort of D&D set that's coming that will likely have a bunch of creatures of those 4 types for party, but changeling also clearly a nod to strengthen that mechanic that they were building to. So
the D&D one's after Kaldheim?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
There's like the D&D set and the Harry Potter set and the,
I just couldn't remember the order.
Yeah, I don't remember the order either, but
cool.
We're going to get plenty to support party, and those are cards I expect to see play later in this standard environment when we have, a deeper pool of cards to draw from.
Agreed, it'll get a lot better. Was there a question attached to it, or were we just checking that card out?
No, we were just checking that card out. As far as that was cool. As far as the tribes that I think we're going to be mostly concerned with, it's going to be angels, dwarves, giants,
and elves.
Elves and changelings.
Yeah. And I think just party stuff is going to be cool if there's enough of a theme. Like, who knows, but...
Do we get banshees in Norse mythology? Or is that's like a very Irish thing? I don't know if that intersects with Norse mythology at all.
I am not sure.
I feel like that's like Irish folklore, so probably not.
Who knows?
But maybe I'm wrong.
How's your hound this time?
Very perfectly playable. It's a little mana heavy this time, but we've got a reasonable start.
Okay.
I don't want to keep both of these just because we are that mana heavy. Oh, let's try that. Let's put one on these things.
All right, are you ready to be scared?
Sure.
22, your go.
I thought you were going to have some sort of land that had like a spooky subtext to it, like the Duke of Bog or something.
I mean, that's pretty spooky. Gaining 2 life, that's some serious stuff.
Llanowar Elves is the scary one.
That is much better 1-drop. I must agree with you. Okay, then we're going to go to 24
Jesus.
and play Mindstone. Here we go.
So you go full turn off the clock.
I know. That is what Radiant Fountain is for, is just to give you an extra turn, basically.
Who knew that Radiant Fountain was a time walk?
Everyone.
Okay. Haship Oasis and a Jade Light Ranger.
Jade Light.
Okay. Harbor Island. Jesus.
Okay, were you land heavy, did you say?
Pass the turn.
Okay. So I'm going to scry. Do I want this?
One of the things I like about these colorless decks is they just get to play a million utility lands.
I know, it's so fun. It's so fun.
Individually, none of them are impressive, but when you take them collectively, Corey's mana base has gained him 4 life and scryed 1.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty good, while also just being all untapped lands.
Yeah, no, that is extremely powerful. So I think I'm going to bottom that, and I'm going to play Hedron and pass to you.
And that's a scary start.
Oh, yeah. We ramping.
Okay. We drew a good card. That's nice. I like that.
Stop drawing cards. Stop drawing all cards, please.
Yeah. Attack for 2.
Okay, I'll take it. 22.
2, and then I will Heart's Desire and Lovestruck Beast.
Okay.
Or Shaheen. There's that beautiful mug.
Done?
You're up. Yeah.
All right. Let's go with...
Potentially 7 mana this turn. Could have an Ugin next turn. That would probably just win the game on the spot.
More than likely. Okay, so we're going to start with a... Power Stone Shard?
Nice.
Oh, yeah. I concur. Then let's go with a...
Power Stone Shard?
Power Stone Shard?
This one now effectively free since it adds 2 mana and adds 1 to the other shard.
Yep, pretty much.
Still with 4 mana available here.
Let's go with Karn, the Great Creator.
What ridiculously expensive and powerful artifact do you have to blow me out with?
You know, the huge. The
huge for me is Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah, okay,
or
then not the huge.
Sky Sovereign Console Flagship, which would honestly be pretty... Yeah, it would be okay.
Yeah, I think... Okay, so it's between these two. It's either Paradox Engine or Mystic Forge I want to get. I just want to get either a combo piece or something that gets me a little bit further into the game.
Corey wanting to get Paradox Engine is scary because that means he has gas left in the tank.
Yeah.
Wouldn't just get that with nothing.
I think we're going to get this just to be safe. And then also a free 10/10. Your go.
It's a pretty good turn.
Not bad, huh? Not bad. Yeah, this deck has some degenerate turns. Some absolutely degenerate
This is
turns.
turn 4.
Yeah. Yeah. No, did you never see this deck? It was really popular for like 1 week pre Zendikar Rising Championship, and it is one heck of a cool deck. It's turn 3 though.
It's turn 4.
Yeah, sorry, I missed a land drop, so my draw is pretty bad. Dan, whose side are you on over there?
I calls it like I sees it.
What a gentleman.
Well, definitely have to deal with the Karn,
Yeah, makes sense.
which means send these 3
Nom 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 nom. Giant Colossus.
I guess I'll actually send the Shaheen at you and these 3 at Karn. That's better.
Okay. Maybe.
You could prevent a damage, or you can eat the Lovestruck Beast.
I'll take a Love Struck Beast.
Yeah. I'll take my damage, get you to a nice
21. You got me to a healthy 21.
Yeah, right where I want you. And I will play a pair of gilded geese.
The geese, okay.
Get myself some food. I was feeling a little peckish anyway.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right.
I'm very dead, dead.
Let's go with
Mystic Forge.
Let's go with the Mystic Forge.
I'm gonna have my library.
Oh,
You only get the top one. You don't
only get the top one?
Look at the next one.
dang it. Okay, well, I'm gonna add
2 mana.
2 mana. Actually, we might as well add 2 from this. So 1 floating, Witch's Oven.
Okay. It's cute with Metalwork Colossus.
It's really cute with
Get
Colossus.
2 food off of it and return it.
Yeah.
Sure. I see what you're
You see
doing.
what I'm saying?
Picking up what you're putting down.
See what I'm cooking with? Okay, so 1 still floating. 5 total.
Play Paradox Engine.
I'm gonna play a Karn.
Jesus.
Then I am going to. I don't think I really want to get anything from my sideboard yet. I guess I got 1 floating, so maybe there's something cool. Yeah, nothing yet. I'm gonna take up on a food. I will pass to you. Oh wait, I guess this is just free for me to attack, huh?
Yeah, I will chump block. Oh, hold on. Let me think. Can I do that? I need. 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh my.
Well, you only have 1 food. so
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm going to sack the Metal Colossus, get 2 food, sack the food, return it to my hand, and play it. Your go. Some people just just put vigilance on their card. I like to work for my vigilance.
I do not think my hand of 3 lands, land, or elves
What?
to do it.
You're not just, you can't be just me winning next turn? Yeah, that's just game there. And that is the combo for anybody wondering, Get Paradox Engine here, tap on my artifacts. Then, yeah.
Huh?
Oh, no, you're dead.
Okay.
100%. Because every single
you-
time I get to, every
Oh,
spell
yeah.
I cast, you get to manipulate the
You
top.
also have Heathen Archives. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can just, Karn for the combo piece as well. So, all right. So what did I get from the side? I got
Mystic Forge.
Mystic Forge. That's right. All right. Gotta love this, huh?
Yeah, that was an impressive game.
This deck is really just an absolute blast.
Metalwork Colossus is a nice addition to that deck.
Yeah. Just because I mean, you have to have a Mind Stone effect on 2, right? And then turn 3, if you go with like a 4-drop, turn 4, you can play basically anything, and your Colossus is going to cost 1 or 2, which is pretty impressive.
Virtually free much of the time, which is great with Paradox Engine. Also gives you an alternate angle where you can just have a 10-10 and win the game with that.
Exactly.
Play a little defense. Yeah, that's an ideal card for the deck.
Pretty spicy. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for game number 1. We're going to head to sideboarding, but spoiler alert, I'm a Karn deck, so that's not going to go great for me.
Excellent.
So he's going to be sideboarding here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Versus Live.
Welcome back to a Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Simic, Aggro, and what are we calling this deck? Artifact Ramp?
Colorless combo ramp.
Colorless ramp. That's what I got
Sure.
here.
Where, despite Corey being a Karn deck, he is sideboarding more than I am.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really shot myself in the foot in my ultra there because I figured you'd be bringing in a little bit more there, buddy.
I was hoping to have some more counter spells, but they're all mystical disputes, which are not great.
I don't have blue cards, no.
Yeah, well, 3-mana Leak is not the worst in this matchup, but I don't think it's good enough.
Yeah, I don't either.
I've got some Spell Pierces in the main, some Brazen Borrowers to bounce your early, acceleration, especially things like Heathen Archive.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to bring in the 1 copy of Thrashing Brontodon, cut the Vivian Monsters Advocate. Corey's late game is so strong that Vivian is not a card I want in the matchup. The bringing in the Brontodon, though, is a little awkward, given that I have Vivian Arcbow Ranger in the main, so I can no longer find it out of the sideboard. But the -5 on Vivian is like the least relevant aspect of the card.
It really is, yeah.
So I think I'd just rather have the Brontodon in my main to naturally draw.
Except this game, naturally, you're going to really need it.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to turn 3 of Vivian.
And lose because you can't get Brontodon. All right, for my end, I'm taking out the 2 Maze Mind Tomes as well as the Oven. You're not really trying to exile my Colossus, and outside of that, it's just okay. I can still Karn for it. And then just bringing in 3 cards that are great against aggro, just in case you have an absurdly fast draw and I don't have a good way to answer it. Timely Reinforcements does help a lot.
Yeah.
And my lands, for the most part, or for the entire part, are all colorless lands, but there's like Aether Hub, Spire of Industries, Chromatic Spheres, so you can, the splash damage is pretty free with whatever you do here, so.
As long as you don't, it's not too color intensive of a cost, a single white, pretty easy to find.
Pretty easy, yep, agreed.
Interestingly, that most of the time with Timely Reinforcements, you've only wanted it in creature matchups where the tokens can really trade effectively.
Yeah.
But Corey's late game is so strong that I think just buying time by chump blocking with those tokens on some 5/5s is perfectly fine here.
Yeah, if Timely Reinforcement buys me 2 turns, that's all I could ever hope for, you know? And you don't have Embercleave or something. Like, if you were a Gruul deck, I wouldn't want them because that does not really solve the problem. But the fact that you have Lovestruck Beast as what you're trying to close out the game with seems great against that, so. All right, Dan the man, do you got any questions for us?
I do.
Hooray!
So, first off, from Master Neo 92.
Okay.
Is Glint Nest Crane a card worth investigating in these artifact decks? Or is the fact that it's not legendary too much of a downside to look into?
I think it's reasonable, but I think the main thing you have to be doing on turn 2 is... My essential lesson that I learned from playing this deck is you have to mulligan hands where you don't have a 2-mana ramp spell about 80 or 90% of the time. You know, you have a lot of them, so that happens, but you got to be fast. And Historic is just way too fast. All I picture is playing Glint Sleeve. What was it again?
Crane.
Crane, yeah.
Glint Nest Crane.
Or Glint Nest Crane, yeah. I'm thinking Siphoner. All I picture is just playing that card on turn 2, finding, a ramp spell and being like, okay, nice, I hit. And then my opponent muxusing me the next turn and I'm dead, I just think it's a little too slow for this format and the body's pretty irrelevant. So, nope, not a fan of it.
Yeah.
But good thought. Good thought.
I could see metagames where a card like that would be good in this deck.
Yep.
That's just not where the Historic metagame is right now.
Yeah, but think of like Mono Black. That deck's been picking up steam a little bit. If that picks up, they have a bunch of 2/1s.
Yeah.
So something like that where the body would be relevant, totally acceptable.
Yeah.
But trying to block Nissa lands and block Uro with that or fight Muxus with a 1/3, that ain't it.
Yeah, all the aggressive elements that are doing well right now go over the top of it.
Yep.
Muxus out of Goblins, Embercleave out of Gruul. The Sultai deck is nothing but giant, big threats are going wide with Nissa. The Auras decks are going really big. So the 1/4 is just not blocking very effectively in nearly any matchup. But if there were several decks or one really popular deck where that was happening, then Crane looks a lot better.
Bingo. Great question, though. Keep it coming. All right. You are up.
And I will keep.
I'm going to mulligan. I got one of those 80 to 90% hands where I do not have a 2-drop accelerant. My lands are sweet, but, not good enough. So I'm going to take a mulligan.
Got another question for us, Daniel?
I do. So first off, we have the Biscuit Jesus, BJ, good friend of the show.
BJ, what up, buddy? How are you? I love that man. I got to see him at every event, and we never get to see each other again.
Yeah. He's wondering, why won't you arm wrestle him, Corey?
Oh, I'd arm wrestle him, but unfortunately, I just answered your question with what I just said. I haven't seen you in so long. You can't digitally arm wrestle, buddy.
Yeah, that's a tough one to do.
Yeah.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
Yeah, not with that attitude. All right. Yeah, I've been working some events with Wizards then, and then he's always working them as well, but we still never see each other or interact at all because it's 2 completely different things, so no fun. All right, let's try this one on for size. I'm going to keep this one not great by any means, but on the mulligan, I think this one is still acceptable, so we're going to put this to the bottom.
Okay, I will start on Sanctum Llanowar again.
All right.
The ideal turn 1.
Same, 22, Chromatic Sphere.
Let's play a tapped breeding pool, another Llanowar Elves, and attack you to 21.
Okay, 21.
That's the turn.
Huh. That was not a bad draw. I'm going to go with a Mind Stone and pass to you.
Draw. That's not too bad.
Not too bad.
I will play a Hinterland Harbor.
Okay.
I will then play a Questing Beast and get in for 5.
QB. All right. You're putting the beats down. I'm at 16.
Pass the turn.
Okay. I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw. I'm going to play a land. I'm going to play a Hedron. And I'll pass to you.
That's a cool one.
Hope you don't have a second Questing Beast that you play right now.
Yeah, that would be really good, right?
Yeah.
I have a Haship Oasis and a Ronus.
Okay.
And then I will get in for 6.
Okay. I will take it down to 10.
Pass the turn.
All right. Up to 11.
Yep, from the Inventor's Fair.
Yep.
This is still a lethal attack that I have.
Yeah, don't like that. All right. Go to 13.
Still a lethal attack.
Power Stone Shard.
Sure.
Power Stone Shard.
So you need one more for that? Do you want to tap the archive?
Oh, whoops, I didn't have one more for that. Okay,
Then
that changes things.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Are you trying to be able to sack the fair?
That's what I was kind of thinking there.
You'd just be dead.
Well, I got something else.
But the sacking the fair would cost all of your mana.
If only I had a free spell that would be able to be cast. Okay. Trying to think what I need here. So let's go with... Yeah, let's go with the shard.
Sure.
Colossus.
Yep.
I'm gonna add two colorless white. Draw a card.
So add 2 colorless and sacking that so you have colorless white.
Colorless white, exactly. Yeah. And then
You pop in this archive for a couple cards.
thinking about it, or I can go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a great draw for me. But I almost think I have to here. Yeah, I'm gonna draw 2.
Yep.
1, 2. Play this and scry. I'll keep that on top. And I'll pass to you.
Are you sure you haven't already played a land?
I don't think I have.
Oh, I was on the play and I haven't missed a land drop.
Okay. Well,
So I went turn 1 elf, turn 2 elf, turn 3 QB, turn 4 Ronus.
sorry, my turn was so long. I lost it. Okay. Well, I would have kept that on top anyways, so.
Fortunately, the top of your deck doesn't really change much of anything.
Because I'm dead?
No, but you just
Oh, okay.
tapped out and
Sure,
you're going to draw it anyway. If you scribed at the bottom, we just moved it back.
Yep.
So now I don't think I want to offer the trade with Questing Beast.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I think my turn is pretty bad. I got tried to get cheeky this game, and I got maximally punished.
Okay.
Yeah. So I could. thing I don't like is like, I guess you just chumping with the Metalwork Colossus on the Ronus is not the worst. I am going to attack with all three.
Okay, so if I block QB, that's probably the best block for now. Yeah, jumping Ronus is okay. Yeah, all right, I'll block QB.
Okay, I will pump it with Ronus.
Okay.
So you take 5 trample from here.
10, 11.
What?
I'm down to 2.
I guess I should just play this land first. That actually just forces you to block Ronus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
okay. I don't know. I just didn't do the math. I didn't think that I was remotely that close.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have to block here.
Yeah, I will still pump.
Okay.
One of the unblocked ones now. So you take 7.
Yep, take 7.
Brings you to 6.
Yep.
That's much better. And I will play a Heart of Kieran.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right, so I gain 1. Gonna need one heck of a turn here.
2/7.
Yep.
Yeah, forcing the chump block is way better.
Yeah. Way better.
I just, for some reason, that did not trigger as a possibility in my head.
Okay, let's see what we can do. So if I sack this... Yeah, I think maybe sacking my Hedron Archive is going to bite me here.
Hard not to in the spot you were in, where like, you need gas and you have a pretty good amount of mana.
Yeah. Okay.
With a land drop, you get up to 10 mana. Sphere effectively costs 5 for unsacking the land.
Yeah, I could have got Paradox Engine going, though, and I think I just win if I don't do it, though.
Don't have another... I mean, you can get...
I can get Paradox Engine and just cast it, though. But that's
yeah,
because I need a spell to cast.
rebuy Colossus, you would be left with only 8 mana in non-creature artifacts, so it would then cost 2.
Yep. Okay, let's see what we can do then. Guess we start with this and scry. I do not want to land. Chromatic Sphere.
Sure.
I will sack for white. Okay. Does that change anything? No. But I can go Timely Reinforcements.
Yep. So that brings you to 13.
Yep. White Soldiers. We'll just use Shaheen's. Close enough. Yeah. Back up to 13. Then I get 8, 11. Colossus.
Yep.
Okay, and now I could sack these, but I couldn't play the other Colossus, so I don't think that's worth it. Then I will just pass to you. Might be able to buy me a turn. I would hope.
Yeah, I think it is going to buy you a turn.
Hooray! Still going to be in trouble, but... Staying alive. Staying alive.
Corey, did you gain one from your fair?
He did.
I think I did, yeah.
You went from
'cause I was
6
at
to 7.
7. Yep, and then to 13.
So
I'll block.
you're 13.
Yep.
4, 8, 7, 15 minus 1 is 14. Yeah, I think you're still dead, actually.
Huh.
So I crew Heart of Kieran with the Ronus.
Okay.
The QB can only be blocked by Metalwork Colossus. The Heart of Kieran definitely gets in.
Oh, yeah.
And I pump this with Haship Oasis and Ronus. That gets me 5 more damage. So that's a 9 trampler. So you take 8 from
12.
Oh,
That's
12. It's 1 short.
Yay! That's only 12.
Yep.
Hooray!
Short. 2 Radiant Fountains and multiple
Oh
Adventure
yeah!
Snares triggers.
That's what these are all about, is buying you 1 turn, and hopefully I can try to kill you next turn. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but I'm going to try.
Not really much else I can do. I do want to force the Metalwork Colossus out of here. So yeah, we'll crew Heart of Kieran and get in, I guess in order to guarantee force the chump, I have to sack the Haship Oasis.
Okay.
Do I want to do that, though? What do you gain by having the Metalwork Claw? I guess that you gain potentially the ability to get down Paradox Engine and then sack Metalwork Colossus and Mind Stone, return the other one, and cast it.
I need a land too, yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, because it would be 2 Power Stones
Yeah,
plus
4
5.
sack, then 5 mana here, then sack Mind Stone, Metalwork Colossus, and you have Shard, Paradox Engine left.
11. Oh, yeah, that would be free. Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Then you'd be able to untap and have 4 mana to start doing.
Something, yeah.
I'm not sure what you do.
Exactly, me neither.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's close. What you gonna do?
Yeah, you would have 2 cards in hand and 4 mana. I am just going to attack normally.
Just attack normally. So, could still just block QB, but the question remains, how would I deal with Heart of Kieran anyways? It's possible. I mean, I could just draw Karn. Karn would just kind of shut it down, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I could just take 12 here or trade Colossus for QB. I'll take it.
Okay, take 12.
Okay, I'm down to 1.
That's the turn.
All right, up to 2. 2 to 20. Let's see what we can do. Okay. I'm almost assuredly going to have to sack this Metal Colossus. So I go like this, play that. So with that being the case, I guess I don't want to attack with it. All right, let's sack Inventor's Fair.
Yep.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Does that get me anywhere? Forsaken Monument is a cute one I can do. I don't think that is going to be what I want right now, so I'm going to start with this. I think I just play this first. I guess I can play this first. Okay, so we're gonna go Inventor's Fair. Now the real question is, do I want to leave this up? I think I do. So I'm going to cast Paradox Engine.
Spell Piercer.
Oh my god! You could have saved so much time.
I wasn't sure if my Spell Piercer is good. If you root something big.
No, okay, I'm dead.
I also thought it was pretty obvious when I didn't go for the Hasher Oasis play.
Well, I mean, it wasn't lethal, so yeah.
Sure. That was the cheeky play I made. I had the Spell Pierce in my opening hand, and when I started with 2 elves on turn 3, I could have QB'd and left up blue.
Yeah.
And I would have had Spell Pierce for your Hedron Archive, which is obviously great.
Yeah.
But if I make that play, the Spell Pierce is just face up on the table.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't really want the Spell Pierce to be face up on the table, though, you know, with...
Yeah, but that's what it's for, is to hit those 4 drops.
Yeah, exactly.
Any 4 drops.
with the way, you know, your draw curved out, you know, it ends up looking really good. If you just untap and go, you know, I guess like even if you play a Powersman Shard, the Pierce is going to be good.
Yeah,
I probably should have done it.
Yeah, definitely should have.
But I really just wanted to get you with a Spell Pierce you didn't see coming.
Well, it did work.
And it did eventually work.
But it would have won on turn 4 just as much as it almost won there. You know?
Yeah, it would have been much, much better.
Yeah, I actually think I win the game on the spot if I didn't sack that Hedron Archive. I drew a sphere, so all I needed to draw, I guess I would have drawn something else. No, I think I still would have drew a sphere, and then I would have still been able to combo off. But yeah, I think that was a misplay on my part. Oh well, that was a fun game. Dan, you got a question?
Yeah, a couple people are actually asking about the card from Kaldheim, Pyre of Heroes. This is like the newest iteration of Birthing Pod.
Okay.
So for 2 generic.
Oh, great.
You get an artifact. 2 and tap, sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a creature card that shares a creature type with the sacrificed creature and has converted mana cost equal to 1 plus that creature's converted mana cost.
Okay.
Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Activate this only at sorcery speed.
Yeah.
So it's just a 2 mana artifact and then 3 mana to activate it?
It's 2 to tap. It's 2 tap, sack.
It's 4 total to play and sack immediately, which is the same as what Birthing Pod was.
Okay.
You know, but with Birthing Pod you had to pay for life.
Yeah.
Right, because it was 3 and Phyrexia mana, 1 and Phyrexia mana.
But the shared creature type is the huge drawback.
Yeah. So it's tribal Birthing Pod, but the rate on it is very good if you can make that work. I'm somewhat interested in this card in older formats where you have the depth within a single creature type to maybe make it work. You know, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if people tried it out in Legacy with Ancient Tomb and City of Traders and just different weird ways to go up the chain.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
We've seen Chalice aggro decks that were built around specific creature types like Goblin Stompy before.
Yep.
You know, Elf Stompy. So you can do weird things with those creature types. That might be something you can do. You know, the bar is obviously very high in Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, seems I just think it's going to get caught in a spot where it's probably a little bit too slow for those bigger formats, or you have the depth of creatures.
Seems a little slow, yeah.
And you just don't have the right creatures to make the engine work in the smaller formats.
Yeah.
But if there's ever a point where the balance between those two is struck well, then this card is very powerful.
Yeah. No, I'd have to agree. That is a high ceiling on it, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably one of the better cards spoiled so far, at least the potential of it.
Yeah, but highest ceiling card spoiled.
Yeah.
So definitely a card that I'm going to be doing some gatherer searches for, trying to figure out, you know, do I have a creature of this type at this mana cost that does this effect?
Yes.
I need a very specific thing.
The answer is yes, this shall be good.
Oh, they printed a common in Visions that does that. Perfect.
People in chat are already brainstorming how to use it in Historic Goblins.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Sack Matron for Krenko.
That could be spicy. All right, let's get to the games here. So far, my opening hand does not check the box of having a 2-drop, so I am going to mulligan that one.
I have checked the box once again of having Lenore Elves, but I failed to check the box of having lands.
I was going to say, God, you're so lucky, but all right, that's more up your speed there.
Yeah.
So
I mulligan game 1, you mulligan game 2, now we both mulligan game 3.
Yeah, we're gentlemen. We're straight gentlemen here.
We like to keep things even.
Exactly. One more if you got it, Dan.
So sticking with the whole historic goblins thing, they're brainstorming like, okay, what goes from 4 to 5? So let's play a game of what's in historic.
Gotta be Siege Gang Commander.
That's the question. Is Siege Gang Commander historic legal?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, it was
Yes,
printed
it is.
recent enough.
Hooray! We finally both got one.
Yeah.
I love that game. All right, let's try 6 here.
Yeah, and that's a great one to get on the chain to Muxus, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, leave 3 goblins around.
All right, I think I can keep.
Yeah, I could see it being good in historic goblins.
Yeah, I could as well.
You know, Goblin Instigator is a nice one at the bottom end of the chain.
Yep.
Even Wily Goblin is fine there.
I would like to not put any of these cards back, okay?
Let me see my hand first. Oh my god, why would you do this to me, deck?
That good?
I mean, it's a keep, but it's a sad keep.
Yeah, mine's a keep as well, and it's sad because this hand has like all the tools, but I have to throw away a tool. I think it has to be this to start. Even though it feels bad, but yeah, it could also be this.
I'm just going to be a pessimist and
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of
put
this.
the goose on the bottom.
You lose, Goose. All right, so let's start this up. I got a sphere. Pass to you.
I have an island.
Okay.
You're up.
I have a Crawling Barrens and a Mind Stone.
I will spell pierce it.
Okay. Your go.
Got him.
Got him good.
Hinterland Harbor, pass the turn.
Okay. Okay, now I am going to scry. I don't want this land, but I will play a Power Stone Shard.
Sure.
Here you go.
End step, I will bounce the shard.
Bounce the shard, huh? Okay.
Play If New Rivulet and pass the turn.
Here's your adventure.
I've morphed from mono green into mono blue.
I like it. I like it. All right, let's go with Sack Dad White.
Yep.
Gonna go with a Power Stone Shard
Sure.
and a Guardian Idol. Pass to you.
End step, play the Borrower.
Praise to be.
Bounce the shard.
Okay.
Attack for 3.
Okay.
Play Linen Worlds.
17.
17 to 20. You're
Done.
up.
Okay. All right. Gonna start with a Blast Zone.
3 in hand.
Yep. Power Stone Shard for the 1000th time. And I'm gonna play a Mystic Forge.
It's pretty good.
Okay, and 8, 9, and I'll pass to you.
So close. So close.
So close? To what? I'm scared. Killing me this turn? Because I'd feel real bad.
Nah, killing you in 2 turns.
Oh, gotcha.
I have a QB,
QB.
and
It's pretty good.
I'm just going to get in for 7 with QB and Borrower.
Okay.
Bring you to 10,
Okay.
and then I'm going to play a Heart's Desire.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
And step I'm an exile. Do I exile the top? I think I just still exile it face down,
So
right?
you're going to 9?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't get to see.
All right. Untap.
So that 1 activation of Forge does mean I now have a lethal attack on board. So
Okay.
Blast Zone and Guardian Idol can both break that up.
Just taking a peek at this for no reason.
Has 7 mana, so can't find something that expensive.
Yeah, I can't find anything too great, so that's why I'm wondering if I even want it. Almost don't think I want this card. I guess one thing I can do is kind of cute. I can use Karn to like animate Power Stone Shard to block QB, which is kind of spicy.
And then untap with, one less mana, but all of it available for the Karn.
Yep.
It is kind of cool.
Okay, I think I'm going to keep this one. We're going to take a peek. All right, I'm going to pay 1.
Brings you to 8.
Yep. All right, I'm going to play Karn. Then I'm going to tick up on Power Stone, play a land, and pass to you.
Now, Corey has the mana to block with Shard and then sack the Blast Zone to prevent 1 damage, I guess. Deal with the elf.
Yeah, because I can still tap it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's been
As long as it's been played this turn, yep. Because it would follow the same creature rules of just coming into play this turn. If I didn't.
That's a good draw. That was a very good draw.
Uh-oh.
That's a draw that kills you.
Oh, cool.
Vivian Arcbow Ranger. Let's plus on Questing Beast and Brazen Borrower.
Okay.
Now Questing Beast has Trample, so this is going to get in for, I guess, yeah, because the Idol can't block it either. Attack.
God, you're so lucky. Just a 1-up Vivian when I have you dead next turn?
It's not a 1-of.
Oh, it isn't?
There's 3 or 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that just gets me, because I could block with the Idol to something else, but yeah, I can only block.
Were you really going to kill me next turn?
Yeah. For sure. I get Paradox Engine.
Yeah, but you don't have a bunch of life to play with the Mystic Forge.
Yeah, but I was still probably going to get you.
You were going to do a lot.
Yeah, you draw this. I just have a... Yeah.
Okay, timely buying you life to go with this is also...
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to actually play timely, though. Maybe not, but with having Karn add a bunch of loyalty, more than likely I would have been okay, but I would have had to get rid of one of the artifacts, but if I at least would have had a chance at it, you know?
If I brick, I get to go like Borrower, end step, untap the second QB to pressure you, which might get there, but yeah, you were going to do a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I would have had to kill you next turn for sure. You know, otherwise more than likely it wasn't going to be enough, but yeah, close games though. Close
you were at 8, so a Hash-Up Oasis was not enough, right? I pumped the Brazen Borrower.
It might have been enough because I wouldn't have that many activations. You know?
Yeah. So yeah. I put you to 1. You would have had no activations.
Yeah, then that would have probably
been
enough.
So then the timely would have been dead. But yeah, I needed a good draw there.
But I could have also just down-tick Karn and just got Platinum Angel and be like, okay, now you got to find an answer to that.
Yeah, then I would have definitely needed a Vivian or another Borrower.
So wait, Corey won?
No, I lost.
Okay, that's what I thought.
The Vivian was lethal.
Yeah.
Because Corey's at 8, I put the 2. Yeah, I did the play.
Yeah, you did the
yeah. So chump block the QB, which now has Trample and Death Touch, so he takes 4 from that, 4 from the bar.
Okay. Yeah, QB Trample Death Touch got me so good. I mean, I'm blocking with my 10/10 on your QB, and it's like, oh, take 5. I'm like, excuse me, what?
It was important in game 2 with Bronus, and now with Vivian QB. Who would have thought the card with 17,000 words of text on it
is still indeed good.
Don't know why they thought to put War and Peace on a Magic card, but
yeah, right. All right, everyone, that's gonna going to do it for our first round here. Ross taking it down with Simic Stompy, which looked pretty sweet, I must say.
Yeah, games were really close. All three, really.
Yeah, they really were.
On one turn, it was just whether or not I had the goods to close it out each time.
Exactly. So good games there. Next up, I got a spicy one that I brewed up quite a while ago, and that is a Esper Doomfertoll deck with Yorion. Yorion is one card that has not really made it to Historic. It has not transferred over, where I can basically still make any Yorion deck work in Standard and it'll at least be okay. Historic is a little rougher, but I do think this deck is pretty strong. What do you got up against me?
I'm going to be playing a chunky red stratagem, or mono red of Planeswalkers, as we so uncreatively have to call it.
Yeah.
We called it Big Red this time.
Big red? Okay. But
it's getting closer to chunky, but it's not quite chunky.
This is a list from the Zendikar Rising Championship, where its pilot went 5-2 in the historic round. So pretty impressive record in such a prestigious event with essentially a rogue strategy. So you're gonna try it out.
Well, a lot of rogues decks did pretty well in that tournament, though.
Yeah, not against this thing.
Yeah, yeah, probably not. A lot of oxes, I imagine. So, all right, everybody, we are going to take a short 5-minute break, and we'll be right back with round number 2 here on Versus Live.